One day, I'll also play at the Wankhede, with the whole crowd cheering for me, chanting my name. He drifted to sleep, his dream coming to life in his imaginations, even as reality around him faded away. He woke up suddenly as he felt water on his feet. The harsh truth of reality hit him as Yashasvi sat up in his tent, watching the rainwater level rise. It wasn't the first time this had happened, and Yashasvi knew the drill. Move to the part of the tent where the ground was higher up, turn his sheet around, and go back to sleep. But why was this young kid sleeping in a tent? Where was his house? Where was his parents? Yashasvi's story began in the little town of Bhadohi in Uttar Pradesh, when one day his father took his young kid along with him to Mumbai to spend a few days at his chacha's place. Even at that age, Yashasvi dreamt of becoming a cricketer, and Mumbai was where so many of the greats of Indian cricket had come from. He pleaded with his father to let him stay in Mumbai and follow his dream. His father returned to Bhadohi without Yashasvi. A few days later, his chacha asked Yashasvi to find his own place to stay. "My house is too small to keep you here for a long time." Yashasvi had two options: to let go of his dreams and go back to Bhadohi, or to figure out a place to stay and follow his ambition. However distant it may seem, life often puts you on a crossroad where your one decision can shape your entire future, bringing you closer or further from your destiny. And Yashasvi decided to stay on, finding a part-time job at a dairy in exchange for food and stay. His parents were already unhappy with Yashasvi's decision, so the young kid never told them what was going on and where he was now staying. Whenever he would speak to them over the phone, he would just say, "Ma, all is well. I'm very happy here." But his part-time job wouldn't last long, as his boss realized that Yashasvi spent more time playing cricket where he could instead be doing his job. Well, it was a fair call as a businessman, but it left Yashasvi without a home once again in the most expensive city in India. Doubt clouded the 11-year-old Yashasvi for the first time as he considered heading back to Bhadohi after all. His last option, and the only option, was to ask his coach to help. It's not like he knew anyone else in Mumbai at that time. The coach put forth one condition: if you score runs today, you can sleep in the tent in the corner of Azad Maidan. But if you get out early, then figure out your own stay. We talk about all or nothing, but the 11-year-old lived that stake and rose to the challenge. He played a beautiful knock, and his coach was so impressed by the kid's temperament that he allowed him to stay in the tent as long as he needed to. Yashasvi never looked back after that. Having won the biggest bet of his life, he kept scoring big wherever he played, whenever he played. Today, it is no surprise when we see Yashasvi score runs for India. While other players improved their games through constant practice, Yashasvi achieved it with deep penance, going through the sharpest bouncers life could throw at him. While for others, cricket was a game, for Yashasvi, it really was his entire life. A century on Test debut, 2 consecutive double centuries versus England. One thing is certain: Yashasvi is indeed the future of Indian cricket. But he is also the present, making that opening slot his own already. The name is Yashasvi, the ultimate cricket tapasvi.